to be speaking with you. Firstly, help us with the outlook on the demand because with the surge in the gold prices, are consumers really holding back from buying the gold even with respect to the recent surge? And are you seeing any fall in the personal consumption? How are the trends shaping?
Good morning, ma'am. As far as the demand is concerned, I think the fear of missing out is playing a lot as of now because once the price crossed 1 lakh rupees last week, then there was a perception that now the gold can anytime touch 1 lakh 10,000, 1 lakh 15,000, and several media and YouTube channels played a role in that. And we have seen now the consumers who have got marriage in later half of the year, they are coming to our shops and they are buying the gold jewelry for their daughters or for their daughter-in-laws, and that's the thing which is contributing to the demand. And 30-40% demand we have seen from the investment side also. The investors are also coming into the market because the coin and bar demand have upsurged a lot in last 7 or 8 days.
Okay, so that's the take on the gold trends and the pricing that you're seeing right now. But so also help us understand investment demand versus consumption demand trend. You just said that consumers are still willing to buy gold even though the prices have gone up. But now that gold prices have seen a surge, what should be the strategy for jewelers? And how do you think individuals or short-term traders should be approaching gold prices?
See, as far as the jewelers are concerned, at this point of a time, risk management is the primary key because there is a term in our market which is called as the unfix, in which jewelers go and buy the unfix, and later on they fix the price and they pay the difference, which is very risky right now. So what we have been suggesting that whatever inventory you need for the 30 days, keep that in a fixed price in your shops and don't go beyond 30 days because there is a risk that after 4th July prices can come down when we'll see an Independence Day of US. And as far as the short-term traders are concerned, they can accumulate gold on the dips like 33.80, which we saw today morning when Japan announced that they are going to trim the bond buying and gold saw some dips. So that dips would be should be welcomed by the intraday and short-term traders, and we can buy until the dips of 3350 with a stop loss of 3320, and for the long-term targets of 3600, 3700, we can see because if you take the long-term average of the world inflation, it is somewhere around 3.5% or 4% in last 30 or 40 years, and in 1980 the price of gold was around $1,000. So if we calculate the price from there, the average pricing or fair pricing of gold somewhere comes around 3780. So maybe during Diwali or maybe during Dussehra, we can also see the price of 3780. So buying on dips will be the good strategy for short-term traders and intraday traders.
Buy on dip should be the strategy for the traders, and Nitin just highlighted some of the key wins that can decide and impact the gold movement. But Nitin, since you just talked about the demand prospects, how people are still preferring to buy gold and some are also looking for investment opportunities, give us some sense that where are we getting to see more stronger demand? Is it the urban areas or is it the rural areas? Maybe because on the back of above normal monsoons, the sentiments are holding ground.
If I say, sir, the demand which is coming, it's coming from the semi-urban areas. Rural areas, we have seen some drop coming due to the high prices. But at the same time, the silver demand has gone up in the rural areas. Urban areas are seeing a lackluster demand because, again, the shift is there to electronic devices and all other things when gold has gone up to 1 lakh. But that all is being compensated by the semi-urban areas. And in the semi-urban areas, what we have seen that investment demand earlier, which used to go to ETFs or the electronic mediums or gold bonds, that customers are also coming back to the jewelers and they are buying the gold bars and gold coins.
All right, but you just touched upon the silver prices as well, Nitin. Yes, of course, there has been a great move in the gold prices, but it's not just gold that is shining bright. It's silver, it's platinum as well, which is very much higher vis-a-vis what the levels were at the start of the year. So give us some sense, what are you penciling in with respect to preferences when it comes to silver and platinum buys vis-a-vis the gold preferences?
See, platinum is a quite early to say anything in India because when it comes to the white metal, we have seen the ladies preferring silver or silver jewelry because it's very hard to differentiate between silver and platinum in semi-urban and rural areas. In urban areas, we have seen some uptick demand in platinum, but it's too early to say that the platinum is gaining the traction between the consumers. It may be because some jewelers are pushing the platinum jewelries. That's why it's getting sold. Else, we have not seen demand coming out from jewelers or consumers coming into the showroom and saying that show us some platinum jewelries. But when I talk about the silver, see what has happened in silver is that it has given a breakout in prices after 12 years. And secondly, what is happening that across the globe, after this rare metal export ban from China, what we have seen is that the EV manufacturers are shifting to the induction motors, or they're trying to look upon the technology of induction motors if they can fit it in electric vehicles. So silver, the overall view is that it may touch 1,25,000 or 1,30,000 in next 2 months or 3 months. It's there between the consumers, and that's the reason more and more silver buying is happening in urban and rural areas both.
So that's your take on silver, but I also want to understand if you would be able to help us a little bit with diamond, because Chinese retailers have rolled out a buyback program to rekindle interest in natural diamonds. Is this likely to create positive sentiment amongst Chinese diamond buyers? Will this be a big positive turnaround for domestic diamond exporters as well? Because we've seen a little bit of a lag in the natural diamonds and LGDs.
Ma'am, AIJGF represent around 75,000 small jewelers, those who deal only in gold and silver jewelries. So unfortunately, we don't track diamonds as of now.
Problem. And coming back to gold once again, if at all you believe gold prices were for whatever reason to correct 5 to 6% from here, do you believe demand in terms of retail, trading, investor, consumption, do you believe demand across all of these fronts could meaningfully bounce back?
See, if there's a correction of 5% or 6% in gold price, the first demand which will come, that will be of the marriage season, which is upcoming in September and October. And second demand which will come, it will come coming from the ladies, those who are waiting to buy their jewelry, those who have given in the mortgage or given in the gold loan, and that jewelry has gone there. That demand is definitely going to come in. But if 5% correction happens, then I don't think that the short-term traders will come and buy for the average pricing, because at that time, most of the time, what happens that there is a bearish sentiment which gets built, and at that time, the short-term traders or investors, they try to go away from the market.
And lastly, if you can help us understand that with respect to demand, what are the consumer preferences that is shaping up right now? Because when we hear some of those companies within the listed play, they are just highlighting that now people are preferring to buy gold jewelries which are of less carats, and the price preferences are of course there with respect to the surge in the gold prices, but along with that, they are looking for some fancy jewelry. They are preferring to maybe go ahead and buy some of those lower carats product. Is it similar to what you are also picking up?
See, it has nothing to do with the gold prices. In India, it's a very vast country, and it's a geographical. If you go to the Vidarbha area, whatever the price may be, people prefer 24 karat jewelry. If you go to the south, the most of the jewelry which is sold, it is 22 karat. Again, in Gujarat, it is 22 karat. But when we move to north, like Punjab, Delhi, Rajasthan, UP, MP, Bengal, east side also, then there is a 18 karat or 14 karat jewelry which gets mostly sold. So it has nothing to do with the prices. It's mostly a geographical preference which each of the area or each of the cluster has a like about it.
Well, all right, sir. On that note, we'll let you go, Mr. Kedia. Thanks so much for joining us on the show and giving us a sense of where gold prices as well as gold demand is trending. But well, let's move on then. And on the latest edition of ET Now on the Go,